Hmm. See if actually working. But at least this would work. This would be most pleasing indeed. Where's my window? Why am you? Why are you hiding yourself? Bad window. Very bad window. No, then this is going to be a pain in the ass. I hope not, but hopes and dreams are not really my strong suit. Okay, let's wait for it to actually load, not to repeat the same nonsense I had yesterday. Come on. Yeah, again, now you're typing. That's good. Give me a second while I set everything up. Right. Wait for everything to load, hopefully. Now then, have you loaded? You have loaded. We'll now assume that we can safely assume that we can play. I think so. Okay, I think we can play. I do apologize for a bit of a replanning of my schedule. A bit of a little accident has happened in this particular game, and I was like, okay, I want to explain myself. Also, welcome indeed. Now then, let's go into the game, and I'll show you. I kinda, out of pure frustration, decided to off the game. Well then, where do we even start? Well, I guess the oldest saying in the book is that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and so I shall give you a picture, and then I will explain myself. Let's travel into the night again. Okay, zoom out a bit because fuck you. As you can see, I have acquired a new part of the map, which is pretty damn cool and all of that, but where was it actually? Yeah, there it is. Now then. You might remember this particular bonfire from previous times. Right, I got a lantern now. Because this was the area, where of course, right about here, was a nice little fog wall. And as you can see, it has disappeared. Now, fog walls don't disappear for nothing. They usually tend to disappear very much so if you actually beat the boss. Which I did. Quite literally without trying in this particular point. It was quite literally an accident. Okay, let's capture a bit of last time's events so that, you can follow. Jesus, suddenly, yeah. I was kind of a bit mad, and maybe I have done some screaming into my pillow, going like, shit. What a great moment. Okay, so I was actually home, a bit earlier than usual. So it's like, before I get to stream some good old-fashioned trails in the sky, I did kind of wanted to see where the NPC was. So I was like, okay, we have pretty much gone all the way, and I was like, okay, maybe in this courtyard back here is maybe another room, Maybe hidden along the left or because last time I went to the right, I didn't really check much of the left side. I was like, okay, probably could be. So I went out here, got my little spirit wolfies, and went like, booyah, little bitch. Rabam, rabam, rabam. And of course also, ran away like a bitch. Because, well, giants, ouch, are surprisingly dangerous. Surprisingly dangerous. Bam, 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 ouch. Yeah, this is pretty much precisely what happened last time. This guy is a bit of a bitch. He just doesn't really want to go down. for some mystical reasons. But yeah, spiritual ways, very practical. So, you know, after I considered myself lucky because, well, like, I had planned around 20 minutes or so of, you know, just exploration, see what I can find and what maybe not. I went here and was like, okay, there's nothing here. This was the tree where we found one of the Yolden seeds, right around here. And then I went along here and I was like, okay, birdies. Let's be sneaky because those are the ones that can breathe fire. And yeah, precisely the point where last I ended. So I found this because the fire kind of gave it away. And around here was a corpse. And the lady was totally like, yeah, fallen warrior, you are so strong. I was sitting there like, yeah, bitch, I wouldn't put it behind you that you are the one who murdered him. So I talked to her. Yes, you know, anyone would talk to any potential murderer, of course. She was like, well, if you're facing Gottfried, I'm your gal, basically, because, well, she's a woman and not a man. So I was like, okay, that's neat. At this point in time, I had, as you can imagine, since the way is not really that far, like, round about 10 minutes or so left in my scheduling. So I was like, okay, you know what? And then I have the NPC. I at least want to see just how much stronger he is going to become with, well, that one around. And, well, so I went up again, rested at the bonfire, and then I was like, okay, let's give it a half try, basically. You know, I went in and was like, I expect to die and, you know, lose. I had at that point like the 400 souls or so. So I wasn't really thinking much, you know, in general. And, well, things went surprisingly well, actually. I beat him down to half his health, basically, with just using my flask of wondrous physics and my a few, I think two actually, of my flask of crimson tears. And at that point, he kind of got a nice little cutscene where he kind of, you know, replaced one of his arms with the head of that dragon that he, you know, somewhat liked. And he started spewing fire, and I was like, okay, this is going to be it. This is where we die. My spirit wolves died in the first fire. My little lady friend died a short while later. And I was just basically hammering away and was like, okay, any minute now, I'm dead. Then he did his little swirly attack, and that kind of, you know, gave me some time to heal, and, well, I beat him. And I was standing here and, cursing myself rather harshly because, well, as you can imagine, that was not what I had intended. Also, I will now give you sound. Well, yeah, that is basically the story of how that particular boss fell. And, well, as you can see, the guy from the beginning is still rather busy, all trampling the remains of poor little Gottfried. Because apparently Gottfried is was a bit of an asshole. For fuck's sake, I had once in a lifetime nice opportunity to get a really cool looking fight that I can then, you know, whenever somebody questions my gamer credentials, could point to and go like, yes, see, I beat him, and now I'm sitting here like, why did I not record this particular? Well, mostly because I don't record, because I do things live, and secondly because I wasn't fucking planning to do it. You know, I had every bloody thought that I would lose this fight, and I didn't. And so I decided, you know, as a bit of an apology to that particular nonsense, and since the memory of playing, well, this game to this point should still be relatively fresh with most people that have watched, it's a good opportunity to, yeah, point it out. I'm feeling somewhat depressed, honestly, about this particular thing. And so I've decided, since I'm not playing this anyway, and I'm not going to switch midstream the game, not if I don't absolutely have to, we'll instead do a bit of an exploration. I did look up here for, you know, after I recovered from my shock, because I really wasn't expecting it, what to do next. There are two things I want to do on the map. For one thing, let's move down here. And this island down here. I did zap myself down here before we started this stream, and found another bonfire. Basically, I just took a short look at the castle. It doesn't look too big, so that's what we're going to do firstly. Then we're going to try and get most of the island down, exploring-wise, because I really do enjoy the exploration part of this game. Surprisingly so, I find. But before that, I do have one particular thing that I got from my dear friend Gottfried, Gottfried? Yeah, I think his name is Gottfried. Key items? Yeah. This here. Godric's Great Rune. Godric's Great Rune. Devoid of any benediction. The Great Rune of the Shard-bearer Godric. Devoid of any benediction. Seek the Divine Tower of Limgrave, which stands beyond the Great Bridge from Stormvale Castle. I was like, okay. The only thing that looks remotely fitting is this one, with the somewhat destroyed bridge here. I was thinking, how do we actually go there? And this is basically the bonfire next to where we fought the lion. And I think that's the way, so we're going to try that. Well, it doesn't take too long, that is. Otherwise we're going to go down and go exploring. I'm, once again, let me point this out, very sorry. A, for myself, because I really would have liked video evidence of that particular fight. It was fucking awesome. And also, there were a few very, very lucky moments in it, to be fair. It really was just an accident. I was not in any way, shape, or form trying to win this fight. And still, I fucking won. Maybe, in the future, I should just stop caring about winning and just, you know, go in like, it's just a trial run anyway, don't even care about it. Maybe that's the recipe to winning in Dark Souls games, in general. I don't know. Maybe, potentially. Oh, fuck this nonsense. A talisman. No reason to get overly depressed. So we're going to try to activate that rune. Well, activate it. Get it the benediction, basically. Is that the word? I think that's the word. And then what, actually? Yeah, as I said, then next we're going to do the southern part. That bridge looks absolutely not suspicious. Oh well. The next boss fight is sure to come. Although I will continue. I will probably. Fuck's sake. Can I ride out here? Of course not. Yeah. Wasn't really thinking like what. Now those things are nasty. Are you kidding me, game? Are you fucking kidding me, game? Are you seriously putting 3 of them in front of me? And one of them has the big ones. They totally can fit through here, kid. Oh, for fuck's sake, game. How many are you going to summon? That's fucking 4 at this point. Can you please shoot your friend? You can shoot your friend. Okay, so if I can keep them in line, he's actually going to shoot his friends. Please tell me he's not just going to come through here. Oh no, he will. Oh no, he fucking will come through here, will he not? Please tell me he gets stuck. Get stuck? I think he's stuck. He's not nearly as stuck as I had fucking hoped. Okay, game. Okay, game. Really, really, really okay, game. Well, fuck you kindly in the ass without loop 2, because that is not fucking nice. What am I even supposed to be doing here? I mean, no, I get the basic strategy. I need to get basically below and behind him, and then I need to attack his little feetsies. I get that. I'm not completely stupid when it comes to strategies like this. It's just that I don't really see much of a chance to actually winning this. Oh well. Trial and error and all of the good stuff. Ouch! Fucking burned me, you big boy. Now then, they say running away is not in all a shameful act. Running away is actually a God-given right of anyone who wants to survive. I kinda figured I couldn't just escape this. Okay, now you're just fucking with the castle. Okay. Well, -1 of them. That was one hell of an act already, and there are 2 more of them. One wears a bow. Just closing the distance to him is gonna be a pain in the ass. Isn't that right, Mr. Bowman? Maybe if you could hit your comrade a bit more directly, that would work splendid. Roop. Roop. Okay, you managed to beat him down for me. That's very nice of you. Let's not, shall we? Oh boy. Okay, you can't actually shoot through. That's interesting. I mean, if your comrade could manage to beat you down again, I'd be very much willing to take that. I'm just following him like, bitch, please. The fucking king on the ring here. Please get hit at an unfortunate angle and fall down again. Gonna make my life a lot easier. That's enough. Stop going back, please. You're making me... Wow. That's what we call an insta-kill. Okay, is it just one left? Please tell me it's just one left. Okay. So how far can I go before that next shot is ready? Not nearly far enough, I'd say. What say you now, Bowman of the Apocalypse? Okay, is this thing going to hold? Remarkably built. Whoever built this one, I'll give him a fucking top-notch fucking review. Because that masonry, fucking solid! Maybe I'm not nearly as solid as that though. Boom. Usually, you would assume that the greatest weakness of an archer is, of course, melee. But these particular giant archers like to prove you wrong. Okay. That's 3 of them. That's bloody 3 of them. I'm somewhat disturbed. You know what I would find really nice? If I could just use my fucking horse. Because this giant ass long bridge and I don't really want to run it across over and over again. Well, but I kind of figured it wouldn't be that easy to get that rune activated. Why? No. I'm still kinda, I'm a bit sad about the missed pipe. Because it was cool. I'm pretty sure if I had even a bit more skill in the editing department, I could probably have made a very cool looking video out of that. For a second, just for a second though, I will admit that I was kind of playing with the idea of, just starting a new game, playing up to this particular point and just trying to fight to you, but I don't think I will get that lucky again. I was kind of like, probably not a good idea now, is it? Travel to another location. Usually I would say no, but this kind of seems to guide me in the right direction. Status madness. When the madness scourge is full, you will go mad and lose a great deal of both HP and FP. Only humans can be afflicted with madness. Aha! Look what the fucking cat dragged in. Are these big birds? Nah, probably gonna be big birds, aren't they? Okay. Let's be careful. Careful. Well, I mean, the other ones don't care. I'll take their souls too. Nope, village corpse. Now I do kinda need, what was it? Tiny beast things, basically, in order to do shit. Great. There's another one. Come here. I said come here, not fucking... I hate mobile enemies though. Ouch. Ouch. Go away. Hello there, little captain. You indeed have arrived to witness bird slaughter. You missed my cool introduction where I explained in detail how I beat fucking Godric as an accident. I will retail that story for you, of course, gladly, if you're interested, because that was actually just an accident. Now I'm kinda pissed that I don't have a fucking video of it, because that would be fucking amazing and cool. I would enjoy that very much. You might remember when we tried beating him and he kicked my ass into, you know, basically the next week without much trouble. I found the NPC I was looking for, you know, the one that you can summon to help you in this fight, and I was like, okay, let's do a test run and see how bloody hard that makes him, HP-wise. And so, you know, I went in, like, meh, don't give a shit, it's just a test run anyway. That was great, really great start. So, actually, let's change the location back. Actually, is there a bonfire here so I can teleport back? Because this would probably look a lot cooler with the actual backdrop of the arena. I go in there and, you know, he starts doing his swinging and I summon the NPC. She's running around. She, actually. I found her standing over a corpse and at first I was like, yeah, you are totally not suspicious. You're quite literally standing over a dead body and going like, yeah, I'm totally just mourning his passing. Totally not the murderer. I was like, okay, sure. Sounds totally believable. So she started beating him and did minimal damage, and I did minimal damage, and I was like, okay, there's no chance we can beat this. And my spirit wolves did minimal damage, and for some mystical reason, his attack seemed quite a lot unfocused. He couldn't really decide where to attack, because he had, like, you know, 4 people around him at all times. So we slowly whittled him down. I was like, okay, maybe I can actually get him to, you know, down enough that I can maybe see if he has a second phase or third phase or some nonsense. He had. I suddenly get a cutscene where he fucking replaces one of his bloody arms with a dragon head, and I was like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. That screams fire. There was a lot of fire. And my NPCs died fast at that point. Really fast, actually. And he had, like, you know, I don't even know, maybe a force or so of his health left. And I still had a lot of healing, actually, like 4 flasks or so. I was like, okay, maybe I get lucky. Maybe I get lucky. So we exchange a few blows, you know, he does his usual nonsense he actually didn't use a spinning attack until the end, and I had a sliver of health. He does his spinning attack, spins away from me, and I was like, okay, drink flask, fast. And, well, then I did, I think, 2 more stabbies, and he went down like a bitch. And I was like, oh shit. The one time when I'm not actually live, the one time when I'm not recording or doing any other such nonsensical things, is the one time I'm actually doing a fucking cool thing that I want a video of, so I could actually make a cool edited one of it, proving my gamer credentials and stuff like that. But no. A guy bent down like a fucking sack of potatoes, basically. I wanted to say sack of shit, but that sounds so mean. I was like, what, for 5 minutes or so, I'm staring at the screen and going like, you can't be serious. was supposed to be a grand episode where I beat him, finally, after lots of training. No, I don't get that. So I kind of changed my plans and I was like, okay, you know what, now I'm gonna play Elden Ring. Oh, also, if you're wondering why the fuck were you actually playing Elden Ring, that was because I was actually a bit earlier home than usual, and I was like, okay, let me just find that NPC, so the next time we actually play this, which was planned for most likely Saturday actually, we don't have to do this nonsensical running around the castle without any actual goal, you know? I just wanted to save myself some trouble. And then this happened. The one time I'm actually playing this game, and it looks cool, and I play it cool, I'm fucking not having any, you know, anyone watching it. Eh. Well. Do you see that look in her eyes when she's staring out of her helmet? Yeah, that basically was my look after I stood there victoriously for a while. I was just staring into oblivion and going like, my credentials! Well, it was great. In that it, well, you know, it's an afterthought. I really had to laugh a bit about that. Yes, it was pretty damn fucking funny. But seriously, now I'm kind of afraid of actually playing this game when no one is watching, because it kind of feels like I'm going to do some accidental killings again, and it looks like a fucking trap. That would really ruin my fun time. I need a sip of coffee. It was a bit too much for my poor soul. Yeah. All of a sudden you aren't recording. It kinda actually, I mean, I never really believed that excuse, you know, when I watched other people, usually their streams, and they'd be like, yeah, I totally did it, I just didn't record it. And I'm like, yeah, sure you didn't. And now I'm feeling like, maybe I was judging them a bit too harshly. Because, I mean, come on. I was going in there just to see how much the HP would actually, you know, be more if I go in with an NPC. And what do I get? I get a fucking victory. As easy as if that were the intended way. I don't know how good old Gottfried is in any rankings of, you know, other bosses. Personally, I didn't like him because for a melee character like my own, he's moving around a bit too much, so troublesome, basically. But that went so surprisingly smooth. I don't even. Well, I got a great rune out of it. But seriously, that really annoyed me. Quite a bit. Just the smallest little bit. Then I also decided what's going to be my new iterary for this evening, because, well, I didn't plan a Elden Ring stream today, so I hadn't really thought about that, what I was to do. So I decided to do basically this. First we're going to use the bloody rune, because when you get the rune from him, it's actually devoid of any benediction or whatever nonsense. So I was like, okay, I need to find, you know, a tower. And I was like, okay, just looking at this particular map, with a long bridge going out here, this seems a suspect place. And since we also had the bonfire here, basically right after the lion guy was, this one, I just decided to walk over here, found a teleporter. He teleported me all over here, and I think at this point, where I murdered some birds here, is pretty much where you joined in. And with that, dear Captain or Captain mine, I shall end my report of the events that have transpired. I apologize for my failings, and I swear to do better in the future. Aye. As for our further planning, I want to kind of explore this nice little island down here, because technically we can now go up here, and as you can see, I did kind of do it. I wanted to look at the new area after the castle. It looks cool. There's some soldiers down here I found. Didn't really look at down here, because I went here and then I went inside this swampy area. There was a map here, which of course, you know, explains why I can see shit. And I think in these ruins there were some creepy dudes who could summon magic, and I was like, nope. No. I haven't even finished with most of this here. You know, let alone this here. I don't even want to think about this here. Still though. One time I'm actually playing game good. Meh. Oh. Indeed, more swamps. I will save that particular. I will probably do a bit of a longer stream in just basically Elden Ring, exploring and looking what we can find, what deep and dank caves we can find, get in and probably get murdered in. And of course, swamps, because there's apparently a lot more swamp here. As you can see, there's probably an assload of it. It is actually a pleasure I will keep for the Saturday when we actually have a nice amount of time, you know, when I don't have to watch the clock. For the moment, there might actually be a bit of a swampy, misty area here too. I don't know. We're going to explore this little island and find all of its bloody secrets. Also, I hope. Actually, a friend of mine told me... Tell me, yeah, that's good English right then and there. Told me there's actually a giant interactive map somewhere that you can use to find all the stuff, and I was like, yeah, I could, but where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? I need to check something for a second, because my internet is not the most stable on this fine evening, so I actually need to see if things are still working reasonably. Internet, I know you don't like me much, but you know, if you could just do me a favor and work, that would be most pleasant. Seems to still be working, so nothing to fear for the moment. Internet has been a bit of a bitch for a while. And I'm in the wrong mode. Why am I in the wrong mode? Oh, give me a second. Something's happening. What is there? It followed, and then it's like, hello, I'm a bot. That's the first time I've seen that particular situation. An Ali J _089 follows. That is very much appreciated, mind you. It is always appreciated, of course. And then it goes like, by followers, primes, and viewers on viewers.shit. That's strange. Do the bots get smarter over time? I mean, this is kind of fun to watch, and it blows my mind a bit, but oh well. Well, little bot, thank you very much for your very nice follow. I'll give you that much. I will pet your little beep boop head and go like, yes, good bot. But can I look the other way because I'm scared. I'm getting so much scared. But seriously, that's the first time I've seen that particular pattern. Usually just like dropping by and going like, yes, buy stuff, get famous. Which usually grants my normal answer. Now I'm scared. Are you another people? Where 2 Denise 5? Well, I will appreciate your follow anyway, because, well, that is only, you know, appropriate, but I'm scared. I'm scared now. I feel like I'm getting overrun by beep boops. As I after my head. Does he want my Gottfried credentials? Because I don't have those anymore. Self-decryption. And lots of it. Otherwise you don't get to today. But then, let's actually try to find something worthwhile on this particular island. Oh, okay, there's shit here. Materials. It looks like a jump I could potentially survive. But I don't want to risk it though. I know what. Screw this nonsense. I'm not. I will survive. That might hurt me a bit, but I will survive. After all, we're outside, we have a big sword. What could go wrong? Well, no, let's not ask that question. This is a Dark Souls game. A lot of things can go wrong. But still, nice environment. Bit rainy maybe, but you know, I have my helmet and stuff. Wouldn't be too bad. Rainbow stone. You know what I would really like? Some more smithing stones, so I can... yeah, those guns. You will find those guns actually in the castle too. And they are not without danger. These ones have giant... what actually are they? Skirmiters or something, I guess? They hurt. A lot when they hit you. Don't let yourself get hit by them. Is basic advice. Easier said than done, I know. Believe you me, I know. I tried to avoid it. And stone structure. What's with those things in? Oh, I summoned. Oh no, it's one of those again. Oh no. You might remember we had one of those in the Mistwood area, I think. The one where you get basically the forest that is close to the port where an NPC is supposed to be. Actually, wait a second, where's the female NPC that just helped me fight Godric actually go after that? I haven't seen her, maybe she has... Is she maybe at the round table? I didn't really visit the round table yet, so maybe she's actually there. I will check that out, if I think about it, in the near future. Where the fuck do you actually lead me? Wait, is there a cave here? There's a cave here! Well, we found our first cave of the evening. Great adventure without horse. That's... I guess that's part of what we're at, basically. The Earthbore Cave. As usual, we shall change our equipment. The only good thing I found after I passed through the castle is actually, wait a second, this one. I now have a little lantern on my belt that gives me a light source, which means I don't need to change to my fucking church again. This is a massive trap, isn't it? This is one of those teleporting, isn't it? I swear to God, this is either a mimic or it's a teleporting chest. Okay, that was... Shit. Okay, I wasn't expecting such a blatant trap game. For fuck's sake. Okay. That's the most blatant trap I have seen in a while, and I fell for it hook, line and sinker like a bloody fucking idiot. Sometimes you have to laugh about yourself a bit. Jesus fucking Christ, that was great. Okay, game. I'll tell you that much, you got me there. Fair and square. I was thinking far too complex, when the answer was fucking simple as shit. Maybe actually a good idea to heal myself a bit. Game's like, let me tell you the answer to your question. Be it a mimic, be it a teleportation spell. The answer is no. It's a fucking pitfall of all the things. Ouch. To be fair, that's kinda classic. One might even go so far as to say, pretty damn realistic. They knew, of course, that my greed would drive me towards that chest with all the finesse of a bulldozer, and, well, pay the price now. I'm in a cave, and I actually don't know what... I mean, no, there's always a way out. You can teleport out, basically. If you're willing to waste all of your runes, that is. And that's, of course, the coward's way out. And while I do consider myself somewhat craven, especially in Dark Souls games, for survivability, mostly. You know, I'm an old school adventurer. Exploration is basically the one thing I enjoy in most games the most, so this does kind of, you know, tingle parts of my heart. Just a little tickle, like, no, maybe you want to? Oh, we're back up here again. So this is the exit. Now the trap's gonna strike me. No double trap. That would actually be... Yeah, that would actually be mean. Imagine that. First you fall down this hole and you're like, shit. Well, at least I triggered the trap now, so nothing bad is going to happen. And then... you open the chest. And the fucking mimic eating you. Actually, I don't think I know... I mean... Many times in the Dark Souls games you will find something that is obviously set up to be a trap, but rarely, at least in my memory, can I remember times when it was like a double or triple trap that really screwed you over. Maybe I'm just not remembering off the top of my head, of course, but you know. But it's sort of, you know, deep dark cave exploration, little light source and stuff. Ah, reminds me of good old RPGs. Like Baldur's Gate. Exploration in the wilderness of Baldur's Gate for the first time, and even the few times when you follow, is an amazing experience. Running into your first basilisk, for example, is... yeah... If you don't know that it's coming, it's going to fuck you over hard. I remember that. Or the first time you run into an enemy that you can only damage with magical weaponry. When, you know, during the beginning of Baldur's Gate there's an iron crisis, so normal weapons are actually breaking all the time. I hear something. Yeah, that makes sounds I don't like. Give me a second. Oh, for fuck's sake, game. Okay, game. So you heard that I hate those bears, yes? Yeah, you have heard that I hate those bears. And so you decided to give me one. I mean, it's still sleeping, technically speaking. But those things have a fucking great hearing, let me tell you. Well then. Can I summon my things? I can't summon my things. Now, bear, you will learn the power. Ouch, ouch. Look at the amount of fucking HP that thing eats. You've heard my bear rhymes. Yeah, those are not fun. Let's put him in my way. Do it, Wolfies! I believe in you! Ouch. Give your daddy a bit of space here. Stop running away, I was about to say. Okay. That was kind of my own fault. I will admit. I ran into that. You missed me, bitch boy. You didn't miss me this time, though. Ouch. Ouch, he's fighting me. The very fucking moment he bites my little Wolfie to death. I surprise butt sex him from behind. Victory once again. Too close for comfort. If I never have to fight one of those bears again, I will make, you know, 3 Ave Maria or something. I don't know what would be a pleasing equivalent here. I'll give my maiden a nice little kiss, and I swear to, you know, not overly molest the Grace. So shall it be. Yes, yes. Then again, molesting Grace is kinda how this game works, isn't it? Poor Grace. Very, very poor little Grace. Gets molested basically all the time. Okay, was there? Yeah, there was a bonfire here, because I would like to rest at a bonfire. Restore my healing, basically. Actually, how much? I don't think that's actually enough to give me a level up. I somewhat doubt it. Yeah, we would need 9,500 for that. Jesus Christ. After a while you get to the point where it's like, it takes a very, very nice amount of souls to actually level up. Then again, I'm actually not too unhappy with how strong we are in normal circumstances. Yeah, normal circumstances. Also, I played around a bit more with the Ashes of War, and now I'm kind of feeling like I want to collect a few more. It doesn't cost you shit. You can do it for free, which, you know, doing something that actually improves you for free in a Dark Souls game, it's like, where's the curse? Basically, was my next question. It's like, you know, when a strange lady in a bedroom offers to hug you, your first instinct should not be yes, 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 but rather a no. I fear that your STD might be uncurable. A far more prudent decision. Even in the world of Dark Souls, you know. Just a nice little hug can probably curse you to death. At least that's usually what I learned. It's like, in Dark Souls, it's like, you want to get stronger without, going the normal way. Sure, you can. That's totally not going to cost you anything at all. Dark Souls. Basically, it's actually very close to descriptor of how reality works. The idea is this: when something looks too good to be true, probably, very likely, isn't true. Do stay away. Like, when somebody offers you an access to a nice pair of tits for free, I would expect that there's at least a marriage on the table in, in the future. Well, that might sound promising. Believe you me, as somebody who has an ex-wife, I can tell you, no, because this comes with severe risks and disadvantages too. Well. We have found a ruin. Now, since we are on horseback, as long as there's not a... What the fuck is that? Is that one of normal giants? No, it isn't. That is not one of the normal giants. What the fuck is that? I guess I'm on horseback anyway. Screw you! On my horse, I fear no one. Oh, sarcastic bitch, eh? Ouch. Okay. Maybe not... yeah, casters. Look, right in these bloody fucking nuts. Doesn't that hurt? And... oh, they gave up. Unexpected mercy. Is there another bot? There's another bot. Jesus Christ, is it bloody bot? Which day is it? Is this fucking bot a day? Probably is, isn't it? Somewhere in the world somebody has decided that today is the day all the bots get out of their little cages and play around. Which is all nice and dandy. Sure. Hey, come on. Kick that up. And Terry, leave. I got the game, I'm definitely going for a magic build. Honestly, a friend of mine, the good old tech boy, which is, the guy who actually, it's basically his game, he's also going for a magic build, and apparently he has quite the time of it. He's enjoying himself immensely. He's a lot farther than, what my meager achievements have given us so far, and, yeah. He did say that, magic and range builds actually work pretty damn well so far. So his judgment goes, and well, since he's the one who actually really enjoys the Dark Souls series and has spent a lot more time with that, especially with the more PvP aspects of it, I would say it's actually a good idea on your part. I say go for it. And you can of course also try out a nice little range build. It apparently is rather, rather neatly and workable. And what do we get for our troubles? Faith, not crystal. Ooh, another crystal tier. That's actually good because that means I can do for my flask. Well, I mean, in my case, it's basically tradition at this point. I have played... to be fair, I did never finish the Demon Souls thing. I did start it, and in all of those titles I've always played basically the same character, which is basically now my idea of a knight. It's not in build so far as that it was something I would, post somewhere and go like, this is good. I would go like, this is something that can get through the game with, its own share of troubles, of course, but it works. Good enough. Oh, a giant one again. But yeah, basically not really going for any specific build, but rather going for my ideal of a knight in a lost world. A bit of, role-playing, basically. That pleases me a lot more than just going for where do I find the best equipment, where, and, what would be the best build. And a whole roll. What can I say? Which also means that, through all of my time, basically, I had one hell of a time with PvP invaders who had a bit of a field day with me because, well, no, Well, it's still going strong. But yeah. Still, you know, I wouldn't really say that I regret that particular decision. Honestly, it's all a matter in the end of taste, basically. And since I enjoy it like this a lot more... I actually, out of pure fun, loaded up one of my old Dark Souls 3 saves to look at what my character had in that one. And it's basically, what can I say, basically the same I have here. I have some, you know, heavy armor on. I have a medium shield, I guess, is the definition here. And I also have a long weapon, I think a spear or something. Pike or something, I don't even, you know, I just took a cursory glance, basically. And, of course, a very nice longsword, and a second longsword, actually. I have one that is physical, as in, you know, pure physical damage, and one that is actually magic damage. I don't know why specifically I have magic damage, because that seems like an idiotic choice. Or because of the glowing effect, or, well... Maybe I was trying this for something else and I just forgot what I was doing. Because, you know, loading your old save games is sometimes really fun, because you see something and it's like, what the fuck was I even doing there? I couldn't tell you, to put it mildly. But yeah, just that. Also, my chest was a fire sword. I do remember looking at that. I'm going like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Hello, Undead. Are you one of those that rise again? Of course you are. Not even surprised at this point. Now then, how many more are there? I actually hit the other one. So far, actually, I'm not too impressed. But yeah, you know, you do try it for yourself sometimes, maybe. Load an old save game from an old game that you haven't played in a while and just try to understand what the fuck your thought process was when you saved that game. Can be kind of fun, actually. I can tell you that much. Bit of a fun experience. Ah, there's a Grace. I did kind of promise to not molest her too much, but a bit molestation is surely an okay. Okay, yes, I'm sure. It kinda comes with the job territory, I guess. Are you the one who's moaning like a bitch the whole time? Is that you? Yeah, I forgot. People don't talk to you while you're on horse. They don't like your arrogance, basically. The mausoleum prowls, cradling the soulless demigod. Who is that? Touch the grace. She's a very well-liked stripper at this particular point in time, I can tell ya. Take right there. I mean, you know, I do kind of randomly just pick stuff up and decide to look at it later. I actually look at my key items, I'm like, okay, I don't know what half of this shit is supposed to be doing, but I guess it's better to have it in your inventory than not. I suppose. Looks kinda dangerous, doesn't it? And it's not, actually. Try and jump over there. I mean, not so much the over-jumping their particular part. No, that's not a problem. I can tell you what the problem is, though. Boom. The problem would be actually going down from there. That would probably kill me. Where the fuck on the island are we? At the outer layer. Okay, so we should probably just go for the outer layer for the moment. Following the coastline a bit. Yeah, it's just the ghost boy. Moaning like... Everything is doomed. I mean, I get it. The weather is bad and you kinda get depressed on it. But still, no reason to just give up your soul and hope and whatnot. Robin! Now then, if we go down here and we find another cave, that could be fun, as long as there's no bear in there, because that bear I don't know. Since they're the only real enemies that get me really good while I'm on horseback, and everything else basically gets the stick of punishment when I'm on my horse, they do kind of make me nervous. And that thing really does hurt when it hits. I mean, we cannot just saw an example of that, so, you know. The less I have to fight those things, better for my sanity. Let's see here. Wolfies, eh? Okay, I missed. And, well, and then I stopped missing. Quite literally. Actually, I'm pretty sure this island has a name, doesn't it? Like Weeping Island or something? I remember reading something like this in passing. Considering how much rain is actually falling here. Kinda believable story. Also, there's this castle. The Castle Morn, I think, was it? Yeah, I think actually it was Castle Morn. This is precisely what I mean. Invincible on horseback, for the most part. Now, I do kind of need to collect a few more of those thin beast bones. Because they're actually the resource I need for my... What's it called? The bone darts. Yes, that is the word I was looking for. For the bone darts. Sure, you know, while I'm not much of a ranged character, that's obvious, it does come with its advantages to at least have the option to draw attention once in a while. So I do like to have that. I kinda do like it though, that we now have basically a bit of a craft thing going on the fly. So I don't need to go back all the bloody time. I know, I'm pretty sure out there are probably some people who are like, yeah, no, can't do this, this is just not right. I guess some people would just like, you know, keep Dark Souls as Dark Souls and continue playing it just as is, but if we had done that, we'd all still be playing Dark Souls 1. And believe you me, the controls in Dark Souls 1 are even more... what the literal fuck. I have questions, game. Many of them. Jesus fucking Christ. I found a giant thing that has a building on it. That makes me worried, actually. Also some apparently ghost warriors. You could catch me! -1. But the bell thing is kinda special. Quite literally, it not only has a building on its back, it has a bell on its belly. I will admit it is a rather nice sounding bell if it's got going there. I mean, you know, where honor is due or something. I saw you. Question is, I actually have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing with that particular thing. I mean, I guess I could attack it, but I'm not scared. I do like it. It's a really cool sounding bell, a really deep sounding bell, going like dong. Yes, nice, splendid. You know how they say that curiosity killed the cat? I'm almost at the point where I'm going somewhat willing to find out if that is actually true. Or if in this particular case the cat would survive. You know, just out of interest. Stop eating corpses that I can still plunder. You can catch me! I'm far too fast for you. Yeah, those things, I still haven't found any good way to deal with them. Physical attacks are not really their weakness, so that kinda rules that out. Magic is not an option I have. Maybe a... maybe a fire sword or something would do well. Actually, how much I worth? 36, eh? Great. And this one's again nice little amount of them in the way up on the horizon there. Killing more of them is gonna be a pain though. So I don't really know what I would get from them drop wise. Apart from a headache, because they're just, you know, there's an whole army of them. I don't know. Ouch, he actually hit me. I mean, not that he's doing much damage. This feels somehow wrong. No, maybe not necessarily wrong, but like a waste, basically. Like, what even? It's basically the same as the last time I had to do with these burning ones. I don't think the burning ones did a lot more damage than these ones. I'm actually running out of stamina from beating them the whole time. This is a bit painful. Gosh, this one would be painful. Also, you know, it kinda makes you a bit, how to put it mildly, risk-seeking, because you kinda wanna, you know, beat them up and be done with it, basically, but on the other side, as soon as you take that risk, you're of course going to get hit. Oh well, murdered almost all of them. Oh, then I murdered all of them? No. One was left standing. Now I murdered all of them. And what can I say? I don't really feel better. Not as a person. And not as a player. Ah, well, let's let the poor little suckers go their way. A bit hard to hit, little crap. Just gonna point that out. Another grace to molest. And I do think we found another player. I would be very surprised if that were the case, because, well, in that particular case, we'd be playing online, but I'm not online. Strange.
Well,
Hello, merchant.
it's been an age since I've seen a customer. How can I help here at the end of the earth?
I mean, you know, maybe you would be seeing more customers if you weren't sitting at the fucking end of the earth, as you yourself put it. Another lantern. Stone sword keys. Lost ashes of war. Use duplicate ashes of war. A Zweihander. I mean, since I still have enough souls, so I will never get out of that habit. It is one habit I will probably never lose, calling them souls. I mean, does it really matter? It's the same basic idea. It's currency. Rest is really actually not that important, I'd say. La-di-da-di-da, da-di-da-di-da. Well, we found some nice ruins. Some undead. Oh, I remember those cunts. Well, a bit different, but I do remember those cunts. There are more of them around. Ouch. That will not shoot me. Ouch, look at that. I got one in my arm, I got one in my chest, I got one that's kind of sticking just there for some mystical reason. That was scary though. Now I'm full of arrows. I'm not feeling too good. And there's a way down here. I already feel like I'm going to regret my choice, but well, you know how it is. Operation time. Doody doody doo, let it be a chest and not a trap. It's not a chest. Hey. What's wrong? It seems you're kind of iced to the wall.
It will do no good, I swear it.
What will do no good?
And yet you persist. You frothing degenerates.
Boy, I'm not a degenerate. Look at me. The woman seems mad. Look up. I really don't know what to do. Well, you know what they say, when you meet creepy ladies in torture chambers, maybe just leaving them to their fate is, you know, the wiser choice. I mean, I could attack her, but it would be kinda mean. We didn't, technically speaking, ask for any help. I'll just, you know, put a bit of a mind note here in my head and go like, yes, returned at a later date. I hate those fucking imp things, flying, harpy, nonsense, whatever you are. I wish you a lot of death. Well then, up we go. More ghost warriors, I see. These are basically the same soldiers as ever. They do the precise same moves. Which is also why my fear of them is kinda, you know... Come on, pick up the item. A bit on the lower side. Hey, guy. Oh, there is the tower. Finally I can return to home, bathed in rays of gold. You must have taken some serious drugs, man, because I don't see a bloody tower there. I'm talking about that ruin over there. I mean, I see a giant tree, though. That helps. I mean, I kind of doubt that would help, but, you know. We can at least try. Well, they drop surprisingly little. A few bolts here and there. That's of course Church of Marika. Of course, it's going to have a grace in it. I mean, it's kind of tradition, you know. The third church also had a little bit of grace in it. Can't break good old tradition, or can we? No, 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 no. Another sacred tear. At some point I should actually check out what I can do with sacred tears. But, you know. Nothing that can't wait a bit. It looks like it summoned something. Probably not something nice. So why is the bell not ringing any longer? Does that just ring in the night? There's some sort of trigger. Do I need to just get closer? Is there maybe a way up to that building? That would be kinda cute. Okay, game, deciding to lag at that particular point is not very nice of you. Really not very nice. Well, if I were a ranged character and I had, you know, a fucking crossbow, I would consider myself in a bit of a heaven because of the amount of shit they actually drop in that particular area. Since I'm, however, not, I'm kinda like, meh. I can punch some skulls off him. Is that gonna do something? He's not going to awaken and be very much pissed because I, you know, cleaned his feet of a few skulls or something. Yeah, maybe he's a bit pissed off with me. Ba-boom. Okay, that worked surprisingly well. I don't know how I did it and what precisely did it. I think it was the skulls flying off him. But alas. Now, what's in this building? I'm actually really curious what is in this building because that's not something you see all the time. With the remembrance duplication, you can duplicate remembrances you've previously acquired. This includes remembrances from which you've already drawn out power. Duplication can only be performed once per mausoleum. Of the namesake via Fingerreader. Remembrance of the grass grafted. Duplicate remembrance of the grafted. Yeah, I don't know what that does, but okay, so this is basically a mausoleum. Oh, well, I mean, yes, I get it, but you know how those things are actually usually just on the ground? They're not fucking riding on giant things. But hey, I'll take it. I mean, you know, I'm not absolutely not against that. Free stuff is always neat. I guess, technically speaking, the graphic, that's from Godfrey, isn't it? It means I probably can get this for other great enemies too. It also means that if he's in that menu, he's probably considered a great enemy. In which case, I'm actually even more surprised why this worked out so well. Oh, normal undead. Yep, normal undead. Haven't seen you in a while. Quite literally not in a while. Boom! Ah, shit, missed. No! No. There's still one cunt who dares attack me from above. Come on, horsey. I almost believe in you. Okay. Now with our return, we ain't gonna climb up there, apparently. I mean, it's just one of the easy ones, so I'm not really too worried. Okay, I can't look at my map because, of course, I can't. I'm an idiot. Hello, Knight! Let's see how good of a rider you really are, my friend, compared to me, the expert on the matter. Ah, dagger. Oh, is your horsey dead? No? Yeah, I was kind of fearing for that particular thing to happen. At some point. It's actually a bit dangerous. Boom. Also, I do see you little bastards up there shooting at me. I'm not blind. I think he got friendly fired. Ah, the poor son of a gun. He didn't deserve it. But well. Yeah, I can see you shooting at me. I'm not blind. Thanks for, you know, trying though. Ouch. You take that. You take that. Healing. Now I'm gonna climb the tower. The Tower of Return. Return to what though? Return home. Return to the battlefield. Return to Ballista to shoot people in the face. Go on, climb. The lady was like, nope. Try it. Don't want to climb anymore. Hello, undead. Can I actually use the ballista? Of course not. No, 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 no. I know what that is. That is teleportation. Magica. I ain't gonna teleport myself into some random nonsense location. Oh, actually, we're all the way down here now. Kinda cool. So, if I go that way, I will actually end up at one of those trees, eh? Boom. I don't think we actually came that close to those giant trees yet. I wanna say? What the fuck? You're contemplating the sea, my friend, or the castle. Doesn't matter. He had a whole mushroom with him. That's a bit cunt. I hate those. I just haven't yet found it. I mean, it looked like there was something there. You know what I mean? Like an item or something. Sure as hell does look like that. You see what I mean? It looked like there's something there. But that would also mean having to deal with this one. I really don't know how to do that. You know, I think this is a bit, we're a bit on a lost position here. This would take forever like this. I mean, sure, I could get down and try to actually aim for the weak spot. But the loss of mobility would probably screw me over. And I don't like that. I don't like getting screwed over. That looks somewhat suspicious. But hey, we found ourselves at the foot of one of the great trees. I think it's actually the first time that we get that bloody close to it. There seems to be a bit of a fire field here. And a few monkeys. Not really surprised. Yeah. Stop screaming. Ah. Oh, those are apparently just the smoldering butterflies. Cool. Tree stuff is always cute. It's just a minor urge tree. He wanted to attack me, but I was faster. I'm not the only one hearing someone just, you know, randomly singing in the distance now. Oh boy, down there. Oh, you were the one singing. Sorry, my friend. It's like, what the fuck is singing on here? If only that thing was singing. Jesus Christ, that was a beautiful voice compared to its looks. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover. Jesus Christ, though. But creepy. Just but creepy. Just the smallest, tiniest bit of creepy. Yes, yes. Oh, then has our minor tree anything to offer more? Actually, how far are we? I think my idea is to go down here and then go to the castle and finish that. How are we on time today? I'd say not bad. Not good, but not bad. Should be able to finish our little run. Or so I hope. I mean, it's probably not really going to be possible to get all of the areas, because there's some in-between areas you can't just easily get. Ow, 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 ow. I found the boss. He hurts my soul. That's a very nice way of saying it. Ouch. That's fucking merciless. That's putting it mildly, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's what we call the damage. No, I need my shoulder back. And two, I guess I would like to beat the living shit out of him. I guess my usual bomb rush tactic doesn't work that well. He seems to have a bit of a third eye for me. Oh, for fuck's sake, let me at least get up again. Jesus Christ, man. That's a lot of damage. Are you kidding me? It's like, hey, wanna take an annoying boss? Yeah, have one. Now we give him magic. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake! The small one. But in my way there. Yeah, no. This one is a pain. That's putting it mildly. Magic and normal attacks. I mean, you know, at a perfect run, I get away from him and not get murdergated, but it ain't going to happen that often, now, is it? Because I really need to take care of the little ones if I wanna fight him. Because you little cunts are really in the way. Where's the boss? There is the boss. Can I summon... No wolfies. It's a bit of a gamble, honestly, because they're gonna be in the way. Most of the time, that is. And he runs away. And oh, for heck's sake! This stunlock is real. I can tell you that much. There ain't nothing to joke about. If he so much as gets me once, I'm just standing there like an idiot and taking it up long. Yeah, sure, let me stand here like 3 seconds and get hit in the face for, you know, an unbelievable annoying amount of damage. I would change the weapons, but the lesser range of the longsword is actually, put it mildly, quite a bit of a disadvantage. I think the spirit wolves are actually not a bad idea, generally speaking. Although, as I said before, that is kind of a dangerous move. And you run away. I know that your magic hurts. You told me so, basically. Still have one lone wolf, though. He's fighting somehow. Jesus Christ, though. Who gave that asshole magic? Run, you fool! Through the shores of mine! Slew you, little bitch. Slew you very hard, didn't I? Okay, so what we learned from this is that those little trees are pretty damn well guarded. A bit troublesome, maybe a bit more troublesome than it strictly needed to be. Put it mildly. Oh well, we survived once again. Tell the tale. Ooh, that looks like cancer. I mean, one part of me is like, I kinda would like to try out what the fuck it is, but another part of me is like, are you sure about that? Maybe if we take a nice little look from above we can see something. But first, I would like to have to find a way down there without dying. That would indeed be most pleasant. Hey, shut up. Now you're basically 3 people. I think maybe we can jump from this to height. Yep, we can. Another treed person. Murdered. Of course, for the good of humanity. Now then. From above, I saw it pretty much below the bridge, didn't I? Hey, this looks cancerous, alright. Looks like a continuously spewing pustule. Sounds like great fun to fight, doesn't it? Well. I guess, you know, those who don't try do not get any rewards, so it's a rather understandable statement. We shall now try to fight them. Yeah, this looks like cancer. Okay, I need at least something against poison, because otherwise I'm going to get fucked. Do I perchance have something against poison? I have. Okay, am I somewhat protected now? Is that how this works? Apparently not. Well then, how am I supposed to deal with that if I can't literally not get close? Without getting, you know, annihilated. I mean, I guess I can do it with enough patience, but patience is not really, you know... It is requiring a lot of patience, though. Yep. Just got some pretty intense news. Oh! Intense news. I want to hope for good news, but you know how it is with hopes and dreams these days. It's kinda a bit of a dangerous gamble. Oh shit. But do tell. Well, if you're willing to tell, that is. What news did you got? Good ones. Very good ones. Most fabulous ones, I hope. I would like to have a weapon against this, but I don't. Nope, 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 nope. I need to take out a few of the flowers, but it's easier said than done. Not only do I do a pathetic amount of damage, which is, you know, a bit of a problem. Oh. I mean, you know, I don't want to make a big thing of it, but I'm a German. I can think of very, 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 very bad things, you know. I just need to open a history book. So as long as your friend doesn't, you know, a little bit of a genocide, I think it's at least not the worst thing he could have done. I hope. But that does kind of sound bad. Come on, die. I almost had it there. Jesus, that's not the sort of news you get every day. I mean, I do have my own share of friends and acquaintances who went a bit overboard. Ah, shit. Yeah, that is indeed bad. I mean, at least, you know, the people that I used to know, at this point, I guess, that had the uncanny ability to go to jail, at least went into, you know, assault and stuff like that. That's actually something I can get behind, you know. I do know that a brawl can get out of hand. That's easy enough to understand, especially from a male perspective if you combine it with a bit of alcohol. But for thee to involve those of tender years is indeed not a welcome state, put it mildly. Ay. I'm poisoned. But to avoid being poisoned, can I use this to anti-poison me? I can use this to anti-poison me. But yeah, man, that's intense news, I'll give you that much. Not of the good kind, Jesus Christ. Especially because people who, you know, end up in jail for that usually have an assload of excuses ready. If that were in any way, shape or form excusable, you know. Shit. Those... Jesus, I don't even know why I'm bothering with those fucking flowers, but, you know, it looks like there's treasure there, and I want it. Especially because it's hard to get. I know. The sort of argumentation that, well, keeps you busy at night, basically. But oh yes, could you please stop doing that, fucking flowers? So, I'm gonna get poisoned. Can I summon? No, of course not. Second, I was like, maybe I can still summon my spirit bows, but I used it to kill that Earth Tree Guardian thing, and now I can't summon my wolfies. Which would be great, mind you, for this particular job. Well, would be great is the point, I guess. Come on, kill the next flower. The smaller we get the actual amount of flowers, the less the poison area is gonna be. The less overlap is going to be there, the easier it is for me to actually ride in and do some damage. But look, there's quite literally stuff everywhere. And I want that stuff. I'm a simple man, I see loot, I want it. I know, not really that hard to understand, but you should care about those things. Hours later. Poison! I mean, as long as I'm on horseback, I can kinda outrun poison. Somewhat. That doesn't make this confrontation any more fun. Honestly, who the fuck designed this? It's not deadly per se. I don't think. Annoying is honestly the only word that really comes to mind here. Makes me eat up my healing things. My poison healing things, to be precise. Yeah, quite literally. It's really just annoying to get through. Nothing else, actually. There's nothing here that is really... I mean, take the guardian at the tree that I just fight. Yeah. Language, for fuck's sake. Don't leave me now. I just fought. He was dangerous. He killed me a few times. That is okay. That is the sort of thing where I'm like, okay, I have a reasonable chance and I will get through it as long as I act careful and with prudence. Okay, game. That's reasonable. This here is 10 minutes of just running into poison, running out of poison, hitting those things over and over again. I guess the whole amount of corpses that I find around here, well, you know what they died of? I can tell you what they died of. Fucking boredom is what killed them. I can tell you that much. Yeah. And I do know that these lightning attacks here, they do hurt. Finally. But not nearly as much as they could hurt. Okay, what did I actually gain from this? Shit all, isn't it? Okay, I can't access my map. Why? Is there an enemy nearby? There's no enemy nearby. Come on, game, you're lying to me. Okay, let's ride away a bit more and see if it works now. No, of course not. Well, now there are monkeys. Monkeys! There are actually more dangerous monkeys I found in the castle morning when because I actually took a sneaky peeky looky in there. And yeah, dangerous. Also this here, this is basically the boss in the cave. Just imagine 2 of them. And that's basically the boss monster in the sea cave. I just realized that and was like, eh, wait a second. Ripper! I mean, I can see why they're called the demi-humans. They are somewhat human, but basically in the way that a monkey is somewhat human. They are, after all, our nearest ancestors, our nearest siblings, genetically speaking. I get it. Still, you wouldn't call... Well, I guess it depends a bit on who you compare them to. Some people are a lot closer to our siblings in the wild than some others. I will freely admit. In some cases, you sit down with somebody, you talk to them for like 5 minutes, and you're like, how do you manage to get this far in life without, you know, forgetting to breathe sometimes? I mean, sometimes that can actually be, you know, it can be cute for a short while. Stops being cute after a while. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I have my stupid moments too. I will be honest about that, but just you know. Just, you know. When I get teleported again. First thing first. Okay. Shield of the Guilty. Okay. Interesting. I'll look at it in a second. Dabby dabby doob doop. Going upstairs again. Getting on the horse again. Where's the horse? It's unbelievably powerful. As usual. But the demi-human ruins, eh? I'm a Brandish child, what can I say? What can I say? I trusted one too many chests. And well, in some other variants, I trusted one too many tables. One too many walls. One too many... Yeah, of many things. At this point, you know, not hitting a chest feels actually wrong, which in some games where you can attack everything, but it actually takes damage from you, is really annoying because you can actually destroy your loot by hitting chests. Still, my first instinct is always hit it, just to be on the safe side. What if it is a mimic? I mean, now I'm actually getting very paranoid of smoke coming out, which is why I'm kind of adapting the strategy of rolling away when I open a chest now. Actually, we're all the way back up here again, eh? Actually, let's go back, use the thing to fly up again and go to the other village. If we end up at the castle again, that would actually be a nice little roundabout way of setting up the next episode. And don't believe me, there will be a next episode of this. This is actually, and I'm still kind of surprised by that statement by myself, surprisingly fun. And that's saying something. I'm not... Well, how to put it smartly. Not a fanboy of the Dark Souls series in general, mind you. I'm a rather harsh critic, especially when it comes to its combat system, which is not per se that great, honestly, my personal opinion. But this one here, it has enough around, basically, keep me distracted. Because, you know, at the end of the day, the more fast-paced system that, for example, what would be a good example? Yeah, take Nier Automata. Nier Automata, with a perfect dodge system that you can basically use endlessly if you're pretty good at it. Not that I'm that good, but, you know, shoots me a lot better in an action game. This here feels comparatively sluggish, which is kind of how it's supposed to be. I know, it has always been a bit of a more sluggish combat. And I mean, yeah, sure, it's a matter of taste at the end of the day, to some degree. In the case of Dark Souls 1, I think it was also pretty much a bit of a limitation, because they do kind of had to set it up considering multiple releases, including, of course, the limitations set up by the console. And the console tends to be a bit of a pain in the ass. It's actually rather fun when you then, comparatively speaking, look at a pure PC release, which can potentially go a lot faster, a lot higher, and with a lot more things than any console can. You know, nobody would actually even try that, I suppose. Actually, I don't think many developers would try to get all out of a single console, because, well, why would they when they don't have to? For once. And secondly, things do tend to sometimes get blurry when you ask for 100% a bit too long, a bit too hard. Oh, something died. Oh yeah, there. Whatever fighting there, I kind of want to get involved now. What are you doing? Well, I guess it was monkeys killing monkeys. Yeah, when monkeys actually learn humanity's great ways. No. These are the skeleton lines, I think. Yeah, it probably is. Those are quite dangerous. Oh. I guess I do wonder sometimes, you know, how does a human look from a monkey's perspective? Probably we just look like a very strangely deformed monkey to them. Mostly because they're actually taking quite a bit in the imagination department that we humans have developed over time. Actually, I think we're pretty much the only species that is capable of that much imagination and comparison and applying nonsense. Purely at random, mind you. The weakness of humanity. What do we spend all of our creativity, all of our power on? Well, according to the internet, 50% at the very least is spent, you know, on. Here's a 50%. Yeah, I do sometimes, you know, when the kitty looks at me, you know, when he wants to get fed, I do kind of get the feeling that he just considers me a strange two-legged cat variant, basically. You're like, yeah. The big cat gives me food. I don't know why he does it, but he does it regularly, so why wouldn't I take, you know, advantage of that? On the other side of the argument, I'm pretty sure Kitty wouldn't give me any food, mind you. I have some serious doubts about that. But he does kind of treat me, when he looks at you, like, he wants to communicate something in, you know, cat speech, basically, which is, you know, using your tail and maybe, you know, just maybe a mow if you can be bothered. Yes, yes. Strange, hairless cat feeds me. Yummy food. If I mow at him, you know, maybe he thinks that I'm speaking dialect or something. And I mow. It's like, he has a very sick dialect. I don't understand him, but, well, sure he means well. Or maybe even better. Maybe when you as a human, you meow at the cat just thinks you're stupid. It's like, what the fuck? Because you're saying something like blah or something. Imagining it is kind of fun though. Yet thinking about it like, yeah, he's a bit of an idiot. But she does give me food, so can't complain about that one, eh? I do hear it quite often that many pet owners wish that their pets could actually talk. I'm not too sure about that, honestly. You could maybe get a bit disappointed, I think. Oh, what do we have there? A few rats. Rats with glowing eyes, actually. But who knows? Maybe, just maybe, you know, maybe it's better the way it is. Maybe it is a good thing that we don't know what our pets are thinking and saying. Maybe a certain bit of a language barrier actually makes that particular cooperation just that little bit more, you know, workable. There are many glowing little things. Ratty things. Apparently there are actually just, generally speaking, many things that have glowy eyes here. Why though? I mean, you know, I would expect there to be a reason for glowing eyes. Usually, you know, if it's red, you can be pretty damn sure there's some demonic nonsense going on. Somebody unleashed hell and now we're all fucked once again. Some poor hero has to stand up and save the world. No, you don't. That's another Church of Marika? My naming memory is so much, you know, ineffective. Is it Marika? I think it is Marika. Marika? Something like that, yeah. Let's say something like that. Seems to be another church. Seems nobody cares to go to church anymore. Oh, I think they're doing some yoga or something. I mean, look at those poses. Yeah. It's all about the daily grind, isn't it? He said while slaughtering them mercilessly. Flame crest wooden shield. How fitting that I find a flame crest shield in an area where everything is basically looking to be on fire. That's kinda make me wonder though what the fuck has actually happened here to make things so once again creepy. I have some questions. Some rats, an item, but actually surprised there's no bonfire in the church. Now this is the way to the castle, I think? Yeah, this is basically the way to the castle. Now from what I saw in the castle, it's of course an area you have to go on foot, which immediately, you know, gets me a bit more tense. There have, from my scene, been monkeys. Monkeys with scimitars. Very, very dangerous ones, I'd figure. And I also saw some nonsense creatures flying in the background, so I was kind of like, okay, this is not going to be fun. Because once again, I'm on the ground. And a bit like with the birds, you know. I am at a bit of a disadvantage on the ground. Oh, that's a giant rat. Against flying things. This, you know, is rather obvious. Raboom, giant rat. Wasn't really worth it to kill it. But yeah, that already gets me in a good mood. Flying creatures when you're on the ground. Flaming Frenzy. Another sacred here. Is it just that these statues are, you know, crying because they're lonely, and I just collect their tears like help? Maybe. Maybe. But we don't know. I can claim whatever I want. Isn't that nice? There's no entry into the buildings, I think. I guess we're kind of finished with this. I do still hear a rat. This greatsword has really proven itself. You see, if I try to fight a creature like this rat with my longsword, even if I'm standing perfectly aligned next to it, I'm not gonna hit shit. With this nice little one though, yep, has just about enough range. And we're gonna basically right back, go down here, and well, then we go to the castle. I'd say. Ah, there's another rat. And I missed. Me, you know. Basically it's 3 XP. Ouch. I mean, not much XP, although I do have enough to get maybe 1 level up. I think we... what do we actually need right now? Around 9,000, 10,000... I wanted to say souls, but now I'm going to say ruins. Like I know what I'm talking about. For 1 level up, I think. I think. Jesus, that is bright. That's really bright. Oh, this is actually part of the protective wall. I do remember that it's broken though. So nothing to really need to worry about. Well, it kinda makes you wonder, you know. Looks like a pretty damn solid piece of masonry. Especially a thick one. It's not easy to break. And while, you know, humanity did develop a lot of tools to break walls, walls like this are actually somewhat efficient, actually, even against, you know, the more earlier cannons that we used. So if such walls can withstand the power of a cannon, then, you know, you don't really want to meet whatever caused that sort of toll. Yeah, there's the bigger hole. Yep, not interested. I don't know if you, little captain, actually were around when we first came here. Probably you were, actually. You might remember how I came into this nice little area, stumbled upon it and looked at the castle and was like, wow, the castle looks nice in the fog. And then I got, you know, fucking bowled in the face from that giant that stood there. Is that asshole actually respawned? Please tell me he doesn't respawn, because that would really piss me off. I don't think he is. I think otherwise we would probably already be getting bolts into the face. Yeah, that giant. That's not nice. It's not nice to, you know, just take your giant bow and shoot giant fucking arrows. Well, actually, no, it is a giant fucking bow, so it is arrows and not bolts. Strictly speaking. That's someone. And what the fuck is that? Is this a swamp area? This is kinda a swamp area, isn't it? Ah, of course. I couldn't finish even 1 episode without getting into a fucking swamp. Obviously not. It would almost break tradition at this point. Just almost, though. Bit of a yellow swamp, though. That's new and exciting. Swamp enough for me. Well, as long as you are happy with the swamp, I'm happy too. We'll try to kill the small ones. I'm not even going to try to kill the slimes, because that would take quite literally forever. And hey, we get some nice materials out of it. I guess we can kill them. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Oh, will you look at that? It's a giant crab. Ouch. Okay, maybe instead of just looking at the crab, I should actually try to fight the crab. Better. Another one. Many crustaceans live in the swamp, and many of them are, well, surprisingly dangerous actually. Well, if they can get a hit off, that is. But seriously, I'm pretty sure anyone who plays the Elden Ring will realize very quickly, as soon as they have it actually. And I actually thought about it, but I don't really know what the trigger is for, you know, stop being maidenless and start being maidenful or something. But as soon as you get yourself a nice little horsey, the outside world is your oyster. Ready for your picking, quite literally. Well, as long as you get yourself a nice and long weapon, that is, because, well, otherwise you're going to have some fun times trying to hit shit. But apart from that, you know, I mean, usually when I see a boss, I'm the first person who decides that running away is probably the better option. If I meet a boss now on the outside world with my little horse, I actually, you know, run straight towards it. Not gonna fall for your tricks. I see you had a front row place, eh? What do we have on you? An artillery. And a somber smithing stone. Okay. Not really what I need. I would need some more smithing stones 3 for my longsword. And a few more smithing stones 2 for the greatsword. Jellyfish summon. It could actually be that I picked it up at some point. Let me look at my summons. We'll see if we can get it. Please just don't ask me where I picked it up. I looked at the menu for these summons and I must have picked up a few at some point actually, but at least not in any way that actually, you know, stayed in my mind like, oh yeah. Now, what I figure is, because you know there are some more jellyfish there, that there's actually a way to get to the little island back there. And that's basically going to be the main goal I will strive toward the next time, I think. Now, first go into the castle. Because, you know, I do need to leave myself some things. Though I don't know if they like it as a joke. I mean, we can just, you know, summon it and try it. Worst that can happen is that we get murdercated somewhat fiercely. We can live with that. Oh, right. I actually also have a job in this castle, don't I? I'm supposed to deliver a letter to that blind woman's daddy. Okay, we need to rest first, because otherwise no FP. Equipment. That would go here. Summons. I have the Rotten Stray Ashes, which summons Rotten Spray Spirits, basically the skeletal dogs that we know, my beloved little wolfies. They're cute. Gotta love it when the worst thing that can happen is being murdered. I mean, you know, in a game like this, yeah, the worst thing that can happen to you is getting murdered, and then getting murdered again to lose your souls. I also picked up some soldiers, apparently. And I do have the Spirit Jellyfish Ashes. Yes. Can I actually use that summon from inventory? Only I can. If I were in battle, that is. I'm assuming. Let's just try this out, shall we? It's not good. Come to me, elevator. Okay, I'm assuming he's not going to go down. It's going to go up, isn't it? Well, let's summon the jellyfishies and see what happens with the jellyfishies. Basically, as soon as my little lone wolf ashes tell me that they are summonable, we're going to summon them from inventory. Do probably cool things with them. Okay, first things first. Okay, I can now summon my thingies, which means if I go here, I go summon, and I go jellyfish, go! I now have a spirit jellyfish. Hey, bitch! Hi, jellyfish! I believe in you, jellyfish! Right in the air. But, you know, it looks cool. Look. But doesn't seem to be much of a combat expert, if you ask me. That's a big one. He has a big thing in his hand. I mean, I still have half a jellyfish left. Poor jellyfish. It's trying. It is in you know, a strange way kinda cute, I'll give it that much. But yeah, that's not the definition of a good fighter. I think I will summon it, you know, basically like a screensaver on... Jesus Christ, do you take long to build that up? Just flying around when you're doing nothing and just sitting at a bonfire going like, ah, jellyfish. Truly are greatest. Although, you know, it seems to be kind of... I mean, I don't know. Maybe potentially if you build it up really quite a long while, and, you know, quite a few levels, might actually be good. But at least at its basic 0 level upgrade, it's not much to write home about, let's just say. Jesus Christ, how many of you little bitch boys are there? See, these are basically the more dangerous, well, somewhat more dangerous monkeys. Still not at the level of dangerous, apart from maybe the really big one. I'm too worried about it, but they do have a bit more bite. Have to give him that much at least. Okay, let's go sneaky deaky. Let's see a chest. That's good. Something has died because I just got XP. Yeah, chest. That's a very good chest. Wouldn't wanna take any risks now, would we? I hear some monkeys. The fuck are you doing? Well, let's just hope that that was not the papa of her poor little girl. Because that's a bit whoopsie. I was a bit slow there. I mean, come on, I'm not used to having anyone else around. Especially not somebody I need to protect. Really protecting myself is my main obligation. I did not see that one coming though. I mean, no, realistically speaking, I was quite literally seeing that one coming, because that's basically what they do here. And technically speaking, all of them are enemies though. Yep. I mean, quite literally all of them are my enemies. And the good thing is everybody is your enemy. That just means you can swing in every direction. You will always hit the right person. Quite satisfying. Totally not dangerous. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I had helped that poor soldier down there, I'm pretty sure he would have just attacked me because, well, yeah. All of those bitches aren't really the nice kind. You're looking at me. What are you doing, creature? Nope. Okay, now the other one also is like, oh, there was a bit of a soundtrack behind me. Still rather satisfying to stab people in the back. I mean, you know, people in the widest sense of the word imaginable. Still by a torch. I mean, kinda people, maybe. Yeah, it seems like the battle is not going in your favor. Ah, little soldier dudes. I don't know, you know, what gave me the idea, but all of the somewhat hanging people are somewhat a dead giveaway, aren't they? There's a way down here. I don't think there's a way forward here. I guess, you know, not really having much of an option. Oh look, the first, you know, I want to die case. Yeah, boop. Yeah, no, I don't think I can actually get away with sneaking behind him. Or maybe I can. Ouch. That hurts. Yeah, I was about to say, would you please calm down? Otherwise this is going to be a bit of an annoying fight. Also, that's not a hit. It's clearly in my shield. I demand reparations. My shield has stopped the arrow. Visually, it hasn't protected me from damage. I feel cheated. Ooh. Looks like a way forward. So I see another soldier dude just now doing his duty, which at this point is quite literally dying. Over and over and over again. Do I want to help him though? Not really, mind you, but... Would seem kinda cheap to, you know, not get involved. Especially against a flying enemy. Come on, soldier dude. Do it. Very good, thank you for your help. Your service has been appreciated. But, you know, it's still all it is. Mildly appreciated, not much more. Where's that? That is... we're the other side of the courtyard, basically. Okay. Bit of a barrier here. It does kind of seem like the castle somewhat fell from inside. I'd assume.
There's a face I've not seen before.
You know, shit, Sherlock.
Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself.
Ooh, the guy just killed.
You can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act.
Yeah, so
Foul
yeah.
creatures, as it said, and true enough, they're foul inside and out.
I see.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morn won't hold much longer.
Okay,
Take this
okay.
by way of apology.
Okay. Sacrificial twig. So, basically what happened is precisely what you would assume. The castle is pretty damn tough, to put it mildly. I mean, those walls are pretty damn thick. And technically speaking, it has always been said that the attacker in such a situation would at least need, 5 times the amount of people than the defender. Now, of course, the situation is quite a bit different if you're getting attacked from the inside. Because, that's more weakness, you could say. Quite likely. So I guess they kind of hired those demi-human things, the monkeys. Yeah, let's just call them monkeys because that makes it easier. To basically work, as menials. Which honestly is actually not a bad deal, mind you. I mean, they would get food, I guess, and shelter. Not getting eaten in the wilderness, and, well, apparently they then at some point rebelled. Which reminds me that that guy at the fort, the first fort we found in the, near the third church of Marika? Rika? I don't even. He was kind of like, I swore to, work together with the demi-humans. They're totally legit and cool people. And now I'm seeing this, I'm like, bitch, please, your castle's gonna fall next, isn't it? Now then, if you're wondering where the fuck is, what the fuck is an arena and why do we have her letter, that was the nice blind lady just after the bridge that we found when we came in here. Was like, I can't see shit, I came from the castle and my papa stayed behind because, well, he's kinda, the responsible party. And she kinda wants to deliver a letter to him, basically saying, screw your honor, your daughter kinda needs you alive and I'm blind. And sitting in the wilderness, I could really use some help. Basically. How the fuck did anyone ever think that is a good idea? Sure, send the blind girl out. With a few guards. What do you do when the guards die? She's just gonna sit there and wait for the inevitable to happen. Which means right now she has the option of getting squished by some of the giants, getting somewhat eagerly molested by some monkeys, and I guess the best outcome would be to be found by some of the soldier boys, but yeah, I highly doubt that.
I see. From Arena.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I mean, you're dead, but I can't leave yet.
Why not?
Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morn does not fall into the wrong hands.
Give it me. Give? I'm totally the right hands.
If you see Arena, do tell her that her father will come for her once he's fulfilled his duty.
That guy has a very interesting view on things. I'm pretty sure the castle is basically fallen at this point. I mean, going by the amount of corpses I saw down in the courtyard, I'd say pretty much. So basically what he's saying is he will die. Well, that's a great and optimistic story that guy has. I mean, yeah. Look at that nice little mountain of corpses. Well, not just corpses, but also dirt. And look at the people all hanging up on the trees. Well, yeah, trees. That's a nice way of saying it, isn't it? Sure, those are just trees. No one has a noose around their neck. Of course not. But I am kind of interested in that sword he mentioned. The sword of Castle Morn. Where would I find it? You would usually assume such treasury to be in the basement, but I have yet to find an actual entrance into the basement. I can probably survive that. Yep. Just leave some questions, doesn't it? Okay, we can probably climb down here. Does this lead anywhere though? really doesn't look like it. This just leads there, this leads there. Ah, look at that, look at that. There's another area. I see now. Smart little game. Hey, things. Smart little game. Hiding things. Not good enough though. Oh, next try at trying to backstab the creature. Actually, since the bonfire is just outside, I can actually use that. Without having much trouble, I'd say. Oh, I see a chest. Oh, I see a chest. Right up the ladder there. Oh, damn it. I mean, I can't really jump down there. Even I'm not that trustworthy. In my pure ability. You know what? I think we'll do it like this. It is kind of getting late. I think, you know, it's kind of really getting late. So what we'll do is we're going to go to the bonfire. We're going to save at the bonfire. Well, basically. And the next time, what we're actually going to do is we're going to continue on a little journey around Castle Morne and find all of its little secrets. Including, of course, hopefully the Sword of Morne. That's how my hopes and dreams go. And we level up again. Well, we can. A whole one time. Level 40 already, eh? How the time flies. Flask. Here was like... So that's what the fucking secret, sacred tier were for. Okay, now I should be healing like everything. Okay, thanks. Thanks very much. Great runes. Great rune. You can equip great runes that had their power restored. You can use a rune arc, give even greater benefits to your equipped great runes. Raises all attributes. Goldric's Gay to the rune. It's known as the Anchor Ring, found in the center of the Elden Ring. First demigods were the Elden Lord Godfrey and his offspring, the Golden Lineage. I'll take it. Ah, cool. Now I have up there the symbol of the Elden Ring thingy. But yeah, I think this will be where I shall bid you adieu. It was a bit unplanned to play Elden Ring again today. As I said, I kind of wanted to do a bit of a long-lasting one on Saturday. And I still kind of plan to do so, if things go well. So, do keep that in mind. Now then, well yeah, as for the usual, thanks of course very much for dropping by. It is as usually highly appreciated. Because you know, that makes this whole gaming streaming a lot more fun, actually, I'll have to say. As for the easily enabled ones, we have of course our dearest little captain, my captain. He might be illiterate, but he's a good captain. Don't judge him. Coming once again by and following along on our little journey through the lands beyond all reasonable understanding, and a land where getting murdered is, well, not even the worst thing that can happen to you, I guess. Yeah, thanks a lot to him. And as for other ones, I see no one easily nameable. So, as to the not so easy named ones, the lurking ones, do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself, you know, on the shoulder for a job well done. Oh, look at that. Hope to see you again. You too, Captain. I shall be around, as usual, at least once a day. Although, you know, I can't really completely promise you that I will always keep the scheduled program, because you know how real life can be quite the bitch sometimes. Happens to the best of us. But well, at least once a day I'll be on, so you know, when you find yourself with some free time, do feel free to come along. I do appreciate it. Can't say that often enough, because I do, actually. It gives this whole streaming thing a lot more fun than you would expect, I'd say. But yeah, with that out of the way, we have our program basically set up. Next time we'll play this game, we'll finish the Castle Morna and this little island, and, well, maybe we'll go into the big swamp and look for new challenges and other such interesting nonsense. Yeah, with that, well, I guess we're at the end. Have a good one, everyone, and see you soon, as in tomorrow. Tomorrow is, of course, Friday, which means it is a Pillars of Eternity day. If I can manage, I'll try to do a little stream during my lunchtime, but yeah, I'm not going to make a promise I'm not actually sure I can keep, so keep an eye out for a maybe, but don't be surprised if there's nothing. If nothing else happens, you'll see me, as usual, in the evening, for me at least, with some good old-fashioned piracy and other such nice nonsense. And everything else I think we can talk about then, so with this in mind, once again, have a good one, and bye bye.